All right, we'll go ahead and get started with Arizona head coach Tommy Lloyd and players Courtney Ramey and Umar Ballo. We'll have coach give an opening statement, followed by questions for the student athletes, and then we'll keep coach around for a little bit longer. So, coach, go ahead.
Well, thank you, guys. It was a great battle. Cincinnati, they threw a ton of punches, and, I felt like we had them on the ropes, kind of numerous times over the course of that game, and they kept battling back. And, some of it was just, mistakes made by us, and other parts were just really good plays by them. So tip my hat to them. I mean, they were a formidable opponent, and to me, it looks like they're going to have a great season.
All right, questions for our student athletes? Right here in the middle.
You guys shot the ball really, really well, 62%, 8 for 15 from three-point range. What was the key to shooting so well?
I just think we got great looks. I think when you have Omar and Zoo working down low, it kind of frees the guards up to get great looks. And we attacked the paint early, and Omar and Zoo did a good job of putting their dominance on the game early.
Same for Omar?
Well, just as she said, we just had we dominated inside in the first half, and then that let our guards be a little bit free to get wide open looks.
Over here.
Courtney, how did you feel out there for your first game for the season, and did it take a while to get going? I mean, certainly scoring-wise, as you indicated, scoring-wise, the second half really came on.
It was good to play with my teammates. It was good playing them in practice too. It took me a minute just to get used to playing with them in a real game, but they did a good job of just being aggressive. And got some foul trouble in the first half, so I had to be a cheerleader in the first half. But they did a good job of just getting me going in the second half.
Anything else for the players? Hit the center.
And for either of you or both of you, I don't know if you got to watch the first game, but your thoughts on San Diego State.
San Diego State's a great team. We're going to watch more film as we get back to the hotel. They're a good team. They played a good team in Ohio State. We knew every team in this tournament is going to be good, so we just decided to play them in the next game.
Bruce?
You talk about the runs and how you guys came back. That one run towards the end there, Courtney, you ran down the baseline for one, hit a couple threes. One of the threes, you looked like you took a little kind of dance out there or whatever, having some fun. What did it feel like in that moment?
Coach Tommy always tells me to smile and show my personality. That's something different for me, so being able to do it now is pretty fun for me. But my teammates, they allow me to do that, but just allow me to be me, so that's how I felt, just being myself on the court.
Anything else for the guys? All right, thank you, guys. Good luck tomorrow. We'll keep coach for some additional questions.
Let's do it.
Right here in the center.
Coach, 52 to 26 in the paint, and those guys, 62% from the field, 12 for 18, 8 for 11, 6 for 9. When three guys do that, that's a pretty good start shooting. What was the key to that?
Well, we love attacking inside out, and you could see they were pressing, and pressure defense. So I think the best way a lot of times to attack pressure defense is go right at it, and we want to play north south, and I thought our guys did a good job for the most part. But you talk about the paint points, but I also see 17 made threes on the other end, and I'm just like, that's a staggering number, and luckily we were able to overcome it.
Tommy, how about the beginning, too? I mean, they pressed you a lot of times all the game, but the beginning, it seemed like it really threw you out of rhythm. Was it just an adjustment period there?
Well, it's like, hey, somebody said it yesterday. I think it's a great analogy. I mean, it's a step up in weight class. So you get out there and you get punched a few times, and, you got to kind of stiffen up your chin a little bit and toughen up and get a feel for the game. And I thought our guys did a good job for the most part. I think we were up 16 with 3 minutes to go, and I probably got to do a better job managing that last 3 minutes to make sure that lead doesn't get reduced, but it did, and I think we were up 10, and then I think we were kind of able to keep them pretty much at arm's length the rest of the game, even though I never felt comfortable. Just the way they were shooting the ball, and I was just wondering if that next run was around the corner for them.
Was there anything just struck you right away anyway about the threes they were hitting, especially?
Well, the thing that struck me is we had some poor defensive execution, and we're better than that. And but hey, it's easy to say it. Now we got to go do it, and obviously there'll be some great, teaching tools from this game, but unfortunately, there's not a lot of time to learn. So because we'll be here in a few hours.
Adam?
Tommy, as you had a little bit of time to prepare for Cincinnati, what jumped out at you about them? What concerned you going into this game about what they can do?
Well, what strikes out to my, what sticks out to me is just they played incredibly hard, and and if they shoot the ball, I mean, obviously I wouldn't expect them to shoot 50% from three the whole season to make 17, but if they shoot a good percentage, they're going to be a tough out, especially the way they rebound. And I was impressed with their big guys today. I know we had maybe statistically had an advantage there, but I thought maybe we could exploit them a little bit more than we did, offensively, they delivered and they battled. At least I haven't really dissected the stats yet, but it felt like they did. So they got a good mix, and Wes is a really good coach, and I'm sure. I mean, to me, that looks like and feels like an NCAA tournament type team.
Okay. Bruce?
Tommy, I was just wondering about what your thoughts on working Courtney in that back in the rotation and how you kind of worked it out. Obviously, kind of played a little less tonight. I didn't know if that was part of the plan or just the way the game was working out.
I think his minutes. I mean, whatever. I mean, the minutes. Listen, that's going to be a work in progress. It's something I got to get a feel for, and over the course of the year. But and listen, they might fluctuate a little bit. But he picked up 2 fouls in the first half, and then I put him back in because I trust him. But then again, he's got to deliver on that trust because he had, he had a handful of defensive mistakes that really just stood out to me in the second half, and he just got to understand he's playing our system now. He can't make up his own rules, and he's got to, it's the old Bill Belichick deal a little bit. Do your job, if he does his job, which I know he'll do because he's a high character, great guy. It's really going to help him, and it's really going to help our team.
Okay.
Same thing I asked the players. What are your thoughts on San Diego State? What do you expect from them? What kind of game do you expect?
Well, Dutcher's, he's got it going down there. I mean, they got they have a distinct style of play that they're recruiting to and they're developing, and they do a really good job of, getting veteran players and bought in to play a hard hat type system. So we know it's going to be a physical battle. But listen, we welcome that challenge because, those are the type of teams you have to play in the NCAA tournament, and that's an aspiration for us and where we want to be, as a program. So, we're looking forward to the challenge, and it's going to be a great test. And, I don't know how it's going to end up, but either way, we're going to have to make it a good thing for Arizona.
We have time for one more question for Coach.
Hey, Coach, after all your trips here as an assistant, Gonzaga and all that, just curious how it was for you being in front of the Wildcat fans and in front of the bench.
It was loud. I mean, I just felt like it was so loud in there. I couldn't communicate with the players as well as I would have liked to. So that's something I got to figure out on my end to help those guys a little bit. And maybe, that communication caused some of our mistakes, and good. Listen, you got to get better as a coach too, but I just know that place was loud, and I feel like every time out was loud. I feel like every made basket was loud, and, my head's still ringing.
All right. Thank you, Coach. Best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you.